Local news about local people. This is Newslink Indiana.
Good evening, I'm Chris Bavender. Thanks for joining us. A Chesterfield volunteer firefighter and his dog were killed after a building they were sleeping in caught fire. Newslink Indiana's Stephanie Champlain has details.
A phone call at 4:35 Friday morning, the Back in Time flea market on fire. Inside, 43-year-old Jerry Hines and his dog.
Well, the owner had let a man stay in the back of the room who was having some, I guess you call personal problems at home.
But the building's owner says that's not true. Leonard Dummett, who didn't want to appear on camera, says he was leasing the building to Hines' girlfriend, and he didn't know anyone was living here.
He was apparently asleep when it first started, and some woke up. There was a dog in there with him. Probably woke him up.
Detective Terry Soller says firefighters found the body of Jerry Hines and his dog just a few feet away from the back door building trying to escape.
The flue that goes through the ceiling was not properly done correctly, and the heat just caught the timbers on fire through the ceiling.
Soller says there's a lesson to learn from this tragedy.
I just wish people, when they installed these, especially these wood-burning stoves in fireplaces, that they would call the building inspector when they're done and let them check it out, because these things are deadly.
In Anderson, Stephanie Champlain, Newslink, Indiana.
Soller says an autopsy will be done to determine the exact cause of death. 3 Madison County men were arrested in what turned out to be the biggest methamphetamine bust in county history. Police seized 10 pounds of liquid meth worth about $250,000 from a rural Alexandria garage just after midnight Thursday. Police arrested 31-year-old Dennis Adkins of Anderson, 40-year-old Jeffrey Patz, and 47-year-old John Keinel of Alexandria on numerous drug charges. Police say liquid meth can be modified into powder, which can then be smoked, snorted, or injected. Well, now here's Brian Smith with a look at tonight's forecast. Brian?
Good evening. Quiet conditions are in store for tonight. Low temperature down near 29 degrees. For the day tomorrow, rain and snow showers will turn over to all snow by later in the day. High temperature of 37 degrees. It will be our last mild day here in the near future, so take advantage of it. And our 5-day forecast calls for all the snow changing over late Saturday and in on the day Sunday with some heavier snow squalls. Temperatures dropping down to 3 degrees by Monday morning. And look at this, our next big snowstorm headed in towards Wednesday. Chris?
Thanks, Brian. That is Newslink Indiana. Join us at 6:27 tomorrow morning for more news. And get local news about local people 24 hours a day at newslinkindiana.com.